Hello friends, my name is Deepesh Raghav and today we are going to review LIC Dhan Sanchay Plan number 865. We'll also see if you should invest in this plan. Now this LIC Dhan Sanchay is a new plan from LIC, and just like any other plans from LIC, there's a lot of interest for this plan. So a quick review here. It's a non-linked and non-participating life insurance plan. Uh, Non-linked means it's not a ULIP. Non-participating means you know upfront what you are getting into. So the plan gives you guaranteed returns. You can calculate the returns from this plan before you even purchase the plan. The LIC Dhan Sanchay comes in 4 variants: option A, B, C and D. Option A and B, as you can see here, are regular premium plans. Option C and D are single premium plans. With option A, you get a label income benefit. That means LIC Dhan Sanchay is an income plan. So you pay the premium for a few years, and then once the plan matures, after the policy maturity, the LIC pays you some income for the fixed number of years. So when I say level income benefit, for those fixed number of years where LIC pays you something, it pays you the level income, the same income every year for a certain number of years. We'll come to the point where we'll see how much and for how long LIC pays you, but that's the difference between option A and option B. In option A, you get the same level, same income every year. In option B, you get an increasing income. So every year the income increases by 5%. Between option C and D, these are single premium plans. In option C, the income is level income. That means the income does not change during the payout years. That's the case with option D also, but option D just has certain a slightly enhanced cover, and that will make a difference in terms of how this how the maturity benefits from these plans are taxed. Premium payment terms, so two policy terms for regular premium, that is option A and B, 10 and 15 years. Three policy terms for option C and D, which are single premium. Premium payment term, of course, has to be lower than the policy term. So 5-10 years for 10-year policy term for option A and B, 5, 10 and 15 years for a 15-year policy term. It's single premium for option C and D, so that does not make much of a difference. Now, a more important point with respect to the death benefit, which is the sum assured. In the regular premium variant, which are options A and B, the minimum death benefit is 11 times the annual premium. This ensures that your maturity proceeds from this plan will be exempt from tax. And same is the case with option D also. If you see here, the sum assured is 11 times the single premium. But in option C, the minimum coverage is 1.25 times the single premium, in which case this proceeds from option C will be taxable. Very important. As we'll see later, option C will give you higher returns than options A, B and D. But for options A, B and D, the maturity amounts are not taxable. For option C, the maturity amounts are taxable. So what is the maturity benefit that you get from LIC Dhan Sanchay? So maturity benefit is comprised of two parts, two components here. One is the guaranteed income benefit, which is called GIB, and the second is guaranteed terminal benefit. So guaranteed income benefit is paid to the investors in installments, and the duration of this and the size of this installment depends on the variant that you have chosen: A, B, C, and D, policy term, and the premium payment term. We'll come to it later. Guaranteed terminal benefit is paid lump sum along with the last installment of guaranteed income benefit. So this payout does not coincide with the policy maturity, it coincides with the last installment of the guaranteed income benefit. Yeah. Now we'll see how how the GIB and GTB are calculated. Now, guaranteed income benefit is payable during the payout period, and payout period begins from the date of maturity. So if let's say you had bought option A with policy maturity of 10 years and premium payment term of 5 years, the payout will start from the 11th year. So you pay for the first 5 years. For the next 5 years you keep paying, but you don't pay, but the policy you don't get anything either. Then from the 11th year, when the is when the payout period begins, and that's when you get the guaranteed income benefit during this period. So the payout period begins from the date of maturity for all the plans and is equal to the premium payment term for options A and B, and for option C and D it's the policy term. We know that for option C and D, these are single premium variants. There is no premium payment term per se. It's all one single shot. So just to give an example for option A, you buy for, as we discussed, you buy the policy term is 10 years, policy premium payment term is 5 years. So you pay the premium for first 5 years, but you don't get any payout for the first 10 years, which is the policy term. Now from the 11th year until the end of 20th year, which is the 10 years, which is the same as from the 11th year until the end of 15th year, which is the same as the premium payment term. You will get the payouts from the Life Insurance Company of India, and at the end of 15th year you will get the guaranteed terminal benefit also. Now how do we calculate the GIB, which is the income benefit? Right now we are focusing on the income benefit, which you get every year after the policy maturity for a certain number of years. Guaranteed terminal benefit is what you get lump sum along with your last installment of the guaranteed income benefit. So it's for options A and B, it is annualized premium into the GIB multiple, which again is disclosed into the modal factor for GIB. So as part of the payout terms, you can decide or you can convey upfront whether you want your income benefit to be paid out to you in annual installments, half yearly installments, quarterly installments, or monthly installments. So and basis that the number will adjust slightly. This is what modal factor for GIB stands for, and we can see it here yearly. All right. Now as you can see here, now there are certain GIB multiples for options A and B. So for the policy term of 10 years, premium payment term of 5 years, you can see in options A and B, the premium paying term and the payout period are exactly the same. That's how this plan has been structured. Yeah. So if your policy term is 10, your premium paying term is 5 years, the GIB multiple will be 1.1. If your policy term is 10 years, paying term is also 10 years, then the GIB multiple will be 1.3, and likewise. Under option B, what you see is the payout for the GIB multiple for the first year. Every year, this GIB multiple will increase by 5% of the initial amount, right? So for the first year, it will be 1.01. For the second, it will be 1.05. For the third, it will be 1.1. So you will add 0.05 every year. Now to the examples. If you see, I picked up this number for a 40-year-old investor, even though GIB calculation does not depend on the age. GTB calculation, which is the terminal benefit, that depends on the age of the investor. So that's where as I keep saying, with these traditional insurance plans or ULIPs, your entry age also determines your returns. So the younger you are, everything else being same, the younger you are at the time of entry, you will earn higher returns compared to an older investor. So if a 30-year-old investor and a 40-year-old investor were to pay the same level of premium. They had the sum insurance coverage, same policy terms, same premium payment term. The 30-year-old investor will earn higher returns than a 40-year-old investor. So in case of GIB, there is no difference, but this difference because of which will come in the GTB calculation, which is the guaranteed terminal benefit calculation. So option A, policy term of 10 years, premium payment of 10 years. Since the payout term has to be equal to the premium payment term, it will also be 10 years. The investor opts for the annual payout mode. So to calculate the GIB, we need the annualized premium, which is 1 lakh. We need the GIB multiple. So it is 1.3. So there is a small typo here that I've used premium payment term of 5 years. It's not 5 years, it's 10 years. So I'll correct this. It is 1.3. So you multiply annual premium 1 lakh into 1.3 into 1.1. So you will get 1.3 lakhs for 10 years. And those 10 years will start from the end of policy maturity. So from the 11th year, you will get this amount. Had you chosen the monthly mode, the GIB multiple will change and you'll get 11050 per month for 10 years. In option B, as I said, the payout will increase by 5% every year. So it will be 1.05. So again, 10-year policy, 10-year term, 10-year policy term, 10-year premium payment term, and the GIB multiple is 1.05. So it will increase by 5% of 1.05 every year. And you can see these numbers. GIB multiple for option C and D, the calculation is pretty much similar. Instead of annualized premium, we use single premium. The calculations are very much the same. We know the GIB multiples, those are mentioned here, and we also know the modal factor for these. Now, everything else being same, you will earn a higher income in option C compared to option D. Why is that the case? The simple reason is in option C, your life coverage is lower. We saw it here, right? Life coverage is only 1.25x the single premium. In this case, it is 11 times. So since this plan also provides you life coverage, in option C, you will incur lower cost for providing you life cover as compared to option D. That's why. And if you're incurring lower cost on life insurance, that means you will earn higher returns. So option C will give you higher returns, higher pre-tax returns compared to option D. However, the returns from option C will be taxable, while the returns from option D will be exempt from tax. By the way, I'm talking just about the maturity benefits in the event of demise of the policy holder. Irrespective of the option that you have bought, the death benefit will be exempt from tax. So it's only the maturity proceeds on which we have to apply this condition, whether those will be taxable or not. As you can see, so option C gives you higher returns, higher pre-tax returns, but those returns are taxable. So depending on income tax bracket, your preference for between option C and option D might change. This is along expected lines. This happens with all the insurance companies. Now, what should be the guaranteed terminal benefit? As we discussed, the guaranteed terminal benefit is paid lump sum along with the final installment of the guaranteed income benefit. So income benefit you are getting. So you bought a plan of, with policy maturity of 10 years. Yeah. I'm talking about options A and B. Premium payment term was 10 years. From the 11th until the 20th year, you will get the income benefit, and along with the last installment of your income benefit, you will also get the guaranteed terminal benefit. Now, as you can see here, the benefit that you get depends on your age. Age and the policy term and the premium payment term. Yeah, so right now we are on options A and B. So everything else being same, when the age goes up, so for age of 20, the GT multiple 2.03. For age of 40, it's gone down to 1.82. And since the GTP is defined as annual or single premium into GTP multiple into the modal factor, as the GTP multiple GTB multiple goes down, the lump sum benefit GTP pays lump sum is a lump sum benefit also goes down. Similarly, you will see this in the options C and D also. Now, with respect to the modal factors, you can see it's a simple calculation. You can multiply it, and now I've done these and I've crunched these numbers. You can see for the again the 40-year-old annual premium of 1 lakh for option C and B, and a single premium of 10 lakhs for option C and D. I've done these numbers. So these numbers are fine, but what does this finally amount to? What is the IRR? What are the returns that you earn from this product? So I've compared this for various for different variants. 1 lakh annual premium for option C and B, 10 lakhs single premium for option C and D. We know that maturity proceeds are going to be taxable for option C, something you have to keep in mind. The GIB numbers for options B, this is a GIB number for the first year. Every year, there'll be a simple increase of 5% in the income, as you can see here. Now, I've just used the numbers, present the numbers in the that we discussed for the above example, 40-year-old. Put down the cash flows here, and you can see the returns are somewhere in the range of 3 to 4%. So for option A, the IRR is 3.56. The pre-tax and post-tax IRRs are same for option A, because this is the proceeds are exempt from tax. For option B, it is 3.98. Again, not very good. For option C, the number looks slightly better, but the as we discussed, this number is taxable. So whatever you get, you'll have to pay tax on the returns part, not the amount, not the full amount at your slab rate. For option D, this is 2.9. It's really bad, as you can see. Now, the returns of a 40-year-old, the returns might increase for an investor who is younger than 40. So for 20-year-old, the returns will be higher. For a 45 or 50-year-old, returns will be slightly lower. As you can see, returns are just pathetic unless so 3 to 4% for a long-term product is not really good. Yes, it has a life insurance component, but that does not change the conclusion. For life cover, you could have always bought a cheap term insurance plan and invested the remaining amount into a pure investment product. As I mentioned above, returns can vary slightly based on the entry age and the policy and premium payment terms chosen. I think that there is an option to receive death benefit in installments up to 5 years. But yeah, these are slightly esoteric benefits. We'll have to see if that makes sense. Maturity benefit can also be taken lump sum. So we talked about GIB, but you can always get the benefit discounted at a certain rate, and you will get the amounts back. So as I've calculated these numbers for option A. Under option A, for the same example, 40-year-old, rupees 1 lakh per annum for 10 years payment term. If you choose to receive the maturity benefit as lump sum, you will get the rupees 11.21 lakhs on the date of maturity. The IRR in this case will be even lower at 1.6%, and again that's along the expected lines, because the discounting rate that they will use for discounting your future cash flows from this plan will be a much higher rate. So net it's a it's not it's not a very good product. In fact, I would go to the extent of saying that you must stay away from LIC Dhan Sanchay. It's not a good plan. Very poor returns. You might be better off buying a term insurance plan, and you can buy the term insurance plan from LIC itself. You don't have to go with private insurers if you have that specific preference or affinity for LIC plans. But yes, final comments from my side is stay away from LIC Dhan Sanchay. Uh, the uh, the returns are even poorer than what I've seen in other non-participating plans from other insurance companies. So it's really pathetic. Stay away. Thanks for listening to this video. Do let me know your comments and feedback in the comment section.